Hey everyone, welcome back. So match day 4's over and we've had a few upsets, so I'm sure I'm not the only one that's had a few players eliminated and we have to make some transfers to get some players in that are still in the tournament. So in this video I'll go over my match day 4 side and let you know how I got on. I used the chip and did pretty well. I got another green arrow and rised up the ranks. And then lastly I'll look at my side for the next round, show you the players that have been eliminated and which players I'm looking at maybe buying. If you're new around here, subscribe. I'll be doing Club World Cup fantasy content for the last few rounds of the tournament. And even if you're not playing, you maybe you'll enjoy the journey. I'm in the top 1k and maybe you'll enjoy seeing how I get on in this last few rounds of the tournament and see where I finish up. Anyway, intro out the way, let's just jump into it. So first of all, let's go over my match day 4 side. And in goal I had Donnarumma and Sommer. Donnarumma kept a clean sheet, so he got an extra 5 points and then he got an extra 1 point for 3 saves. One of the surprises for this round was Inter Milan going out to Fluminense. Inter Milan haven't looked the best this tournament and the Brazilian sides have looked really good, so I wasn't super surprised, but I did expect Inter Milan to progress through. But when I was watching the match, I was always expecting Fluminense to win. I actually never thought about bringing in Sommer into my 11. I had Donnarumma who played first and he kept a clean sheet, so I was sticking with him, and I was glad I did because Sommer didn't do anything, so I would have lost 7 points if I switched it around. Then into defence, Hakimi delivered again. He got himself a goal and a clean sheet. The triple up on PSG defence worked out. I got Pacho as well, so I've got Donnarumma, Hakimi and Pacho. They all kept a clean sheet. Pacho got himself a clean sheet and an extra 5 points for that. Then I had Anton, who got 2 points for playing. And as you can see on my bench, Dumfries didn't do that well and got 1 point for Inter Milan, who didn't do that well. He's not had a really good tournament for the price he was. A lot of us wanted to buy him for a lot of time, and he didn't really deliver, did he? And then the other surprising result of the tournament was Man City losing to Al Hilal and conceding 4 goals. Ignore he ended up with -1. I'm glad I subbed him out. Into midfield, and Bellingham didn't do well. He played 55 minutes, so he got 1 point, but he got a yellow card, so that dropped him down to 0. Kept my faith in Cole Palmer. A lot of people did sell him. He got 2 assists. As I alluded to in the last video, I was planning to maybe sell Svensson and Vitina for Pacho and Fernandes, and I did do that. There was actually no points difference. Pacho and Fernandes got 10 points, and Svensson and Vitina got 10 points between them. But looking into the next match, Pacho I'd rather have instead of Svensson, and I'd rather have Fernandes instead of Vitina, so it's worked out better for the next round. And then I had Kvaratskhelia that got 3 points. He got a clean sheet bonus of a point. We didn't get a goal or an assist. And then lastly, I've got Michael Olise, who got 1 point. He had played 90 minutes, but he conceded a penalty, so he dropped down a point. And then up front, I didn't make any changes from my last video. I kept Gustavo. He didn't do much, so I benched him. And then I played Haaland and Grassi. Haaland got himself a goal before he got knocked out. Grassi got 2 goals, but he got a yellow card, so that dropped him down a point, but he had 3 shots on target, so he got an extra point, so we on 12. As you can see, I got 66 points, but I captained Hakimi, so he got 28 points, so that's an extra 14 points, so I'm up to 80. And then I used the Qualification Booster chip that I said I would do. And then 10 of my 11 starters got through, so I got an extra 20 points from that, because they all got 2 points extra. I could have actually had 11 players that got through in Gustavo, but I dropped him to the bench because he only got 3 points, and I put Haaland in, and he got me much more points, so it didn't work out worse, made it better. So I think I paid the chip perfectly, because the maximum you can get is 22 points. So now looking ahead to the next round, I've got the maximum captain of the 12th man still to play. I'm thinking about using the maximum captain this round. My thought process around this is we've got 4 games, so there's more chance of big scores in each of the games. And because I've got so many players from each team, it's hard to pick which one you want to go with. For example, Hakimi, he's done really well. Do I really want to captain him? Maybe do I go for Kvaratskhelia? For the Chelsea players, do I go for Cole Palmer or do I just go for Enzo Fernandez? Who knows? But if it's the maximum captain, whoever gets the most, I can get them to get the captain armband. And also for the semi-final, the 12th man, I'm thinking Real Madrid, PSG, Bayern Munich do get through. I can splash the cash on one of them big players and as him as 12th man and not use my budget on him. Right now I'm not worried about my budget, so using the 12th man doesn't feel right this one. I feel like it'd be better next round when I can buy a Bellingham or a Kane or an Mbappe as a 12th man. So quickly let's go over the transfers, and in the quarterfinal we got 4, in the semi-final we got 5, and in the final we got 6. You could obviously make more than that, but you -3 every transfer that you do over that, but I'm going to stick to the 4, the 5 and the 6 if I can. And then next we've got the max players, and we've now gone up to 5, so I could potentially get another PSG player. And then into the semi-final we've got 6, and then in the final we've got 8. So here are the quarter-final fixtures. Fluminense against Al Hilal. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to be Inter Milan versus Man City, but here we are. And then we've got Palmeiras versus Chelsea, PSG versus Bayern Munich, and then Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. And then quickly looking ahead to the next round, Fluminense or Al Hilal will play Palmeiras or Chelsea. And then the next day it'll be PSG or Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid or Borussia Dortmund. I think by looking at this, Chelsea are on the easier side against Al Hilal, Palmeiras or Fluminense if they get through, but the Brazilian sides will look really good this tournament, so I won't count them out. And to get here, them sides have knocked out some big sides, so I won't write them off. On the other side, PSG, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund, them are really high fixtures. I do think Real Madrid are favourites to go through against Borussia Dortmund, but there's a chance that Dortmund do it. And then PSG, Bayern Munich, it's kind of a 50-50, maybe a little bit more in PSG's favour, but there's still a massive chance that Bayern Munich get through, so it's a hard one to go for on that side, because whoever you get, you could actually get them knocked out next round. So here's how my side's looking for match day 5. I've got Sommer, Aït-Nouri, Dumfries and Haaland that have been knocked out. I'm thinking with that in mind, them are the 4 players that I'm actually going to sell, and they're all at a really good price. I ideally didn't want them to be knocked out, but with the prices they are, I can buy pretty much anybody for them prices. So basically I can buy anybody that I want in them positions and won't have to be worried about prices. Oh, and quickly I forgot to say, I'm now ranked 605th in the world, so I'm jumped up another 300. And there's my mini league code if you want to join. As you can see, I'm going to use my maximum captain. So now let's have a quick look at the transfer decisions that I've got to make, and then with the 4 players that I'm going to sell because they've been knocked out. Keep my side as a 15-man squad. And here's my 50-50 graph. 4 players from the side A have gone out. Sommer, Dumfries, Aït-Nouri and Haaland. So I am looking to get players from side A, then side B, because I've already got 8 players from that side. But I'm not just going to write every player off on side B, because there is a few players that I do want from that side. So there is a chance that I go for 1 or 2 players from side B as well. So first of all, it's the goalkeeping change, and it's either Sanchez, Fabio or Weatherton. My thought process around this is, I've got Donnarumma from the other side, and when I look at PSG, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid or Borussia Dortmund, I don't really see many clean sheets, and I don't really want to buy somebody that I don't really think is going to get a clean sheet, and they could easily get knocked out next round. So I'm going to try and get somebody from side A. Fabio actually got another clean sheet, so that's his 3rd clean sheet in 4 games in the Club World Cup, and he's actually beat Buffon's record of 507 clean sheets, so he's actually the most clean sheets ever in the world. At 44 years old, it's credit to him to be still be doing it at this high level. Then we've got Sanchez and Weatherton who face each other in the next round. I do think there's a real strong chance that one of these players keeps a clean sheet, but which one? I'm not too sure right now, but them are the 3 keepers that I'm thinking about. And then decision 2, it's who to buy for Aït-Nouri. I could get Freites, I could get Cucurella, or I could get Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent got himself an assist last game, and I haven't got any Real Madrid players, so he could be one of the players that I buy from Real Madrid. Cucurella had a few chances last game and he could have scored or got an assist. And then lastly we've got Freites from Fluminense. And it's the same with Fabio, he's got 3 clean sheets in 4 games. The one thing that's putting me off these 2 players is the yellow cards. If they pick up a yellow card this one, they'll be suspended for the semi-final. And the last thing I want to do is buy somebody and get a yellow card and then we have to sell him anyway next round. But it is a potential risk that I'm willing to take. And then transfer 3 is who do I buy for Dumfries. 3 that are standing out is Koulibaly, James and Garcia. Garcia's starting every match for Real Madrid. Reece James is starting more often and he got himself a goal last game. And Koulibaly got himself a goal last game. Koulibaly is against Fluminense, Reece James is against Palmeiras, and Garcia is against Dortmund. Again, the 2 yellow cards, he's putting me off a little bit, so I could go to a Real Madrid player. I do want to get some players from side A, so Koulibaly and James could be the ones that I buy. And then lastly, we need somebody to replace Haaland. And my 3-man shortlist is Kane, Mbappe and Jackson. Kane got himself a yellow card last match, so he's 1 yellow away from a suspension. Mbappe came back and played 20 minutes last game, so maybe he starts the next game. And then lastly, we've got Jackson. He's back from suspension. Delap's played the last 3 games, so I think Jackson might start this one. And with Chelsea playing Palmeiras and then potentially playing Fluminense or Al Hilal if they get through, them are really good fixtures for him. And with that in mind, this is how my side could look. Fabio and Freites come in, and so I'll have 2 players from Fluminense, and then I'll have Trent and Mbappe. That'll be 2 players from Real Madrid. I'll have 3 players from Borussia Dortmund, 4 players from PSG, 2 players from Chelsea, 1 player from Bayern Munich and 1 player from Palmeiras. So the only team that I wouldn't have any players from is Al Hilal. But I could actually sell Freites and get Koulibaly. This could easily be completely different. I could get Sanchez in goal, I could get Reece James and Cucurella in defence and have 5 players from there. I could get Jackson up front. I've not fully made my decisions yet. So there we have it for my transfer decisions for match day 5. Let me know in the comment section if I'm missing anybody and who I should buy. As you can see, there's a few transfer decisions to be made, so I'll be looking over my side in the next few hours, making a decision, and then I'll be recording a video and I'll release it in the morning. So if you want to see my match day 5 team selection video, hit subscribe and then you can watch it in the morning. My aim for this video is to get 10 likes, so if you like this video, hit the like button. And with that, I'm signing out and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.